Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today it is Monday morning, quite early in the morning, and I thought I would just get a little head start on my week to come. I have just finished packaging up all of the Patreon mail. They've all gone out. Then I had a late addition. Somebody signed up very last minute, but I was extremely happy to welcome her to the Patreon club. She's signed up for the monthly journal, so every month she's going to receive a journal from us. And she also explained to me that she doesn't have a printer, she doesn't have access to printer, so all of the digital she would have missed out on. So these were the last 2 months of digital. So we have this most recent one, which was the Summer Jam. And then we have the stained glass freebie for Patreon members. So I just printed those out and I'm going to send them on to her. And then next month I'll send out whatever freebie I make as well. And this is her journal. In the future I will film a flip through of her journals that she receives. But because this one was just so last minute, I've just quickly wrapped it up just to get it out to her ASAP. So that's ready to go. And then I've just done a little thank you pack for becoming a member. So that's just ready to go. So this month's little bundle, I have my idea journal here and the little bundle of bits and pieces here. So I just wanted to show you the ideas journal. It's coming along quite nicely. I've actually made myself another ideas journal, and I'll share that on either a community post or Instagram, because my ideas, I needed a separate place to put my Patreon ideas, and then another place to put my YouTube ideas. So this one is my YouTube ideas, my other one is Patreon ideas. So that was the first month. That was a project that we made. It does have a little book which is here, and I usually keep that in there, but it's got my ideas in that I'm going to be working from today, so just left that over there. And then you'll remember these, we made these on camera using the one envelope template. Just done a little bit of journaling about it and stuck those in with some tags. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually do anything on the tags and the pockets, or if I'll just leave it as a plain kind of, that was my idea and that's what I went with. But we'll see. I then added in the 12 by 12, or just one of them, because obviously I made so many, I thought I can't put every single one in there, so I just put this one in here. I actually glued it to the page so it's nice and secure in there. I haven't written inside. Then I've just got my bookmark, obviously, just to let me know where we are. And then we're on to this month's pages that need to be filled. So I don't really have much of a plan. The only plan that I do have is that I would like to use this for something in particular, but it's, other than that, it's just going to be off the top of my head. So this turned out that it had to be my pack, because the little monster Nelly got hold of this in the night and tried to eat it. So there's a big Nelly mark here. I don't think she ripped it or anything, but obviously I don't want to send that out to anybody with a big Nelly mark. I don't think everybody else would have approved. So yeah, we've just got a little wax melt. Obviously what I'm showing you here isn't the exact same as what you might receive, but it's on the same wavelength. So just a little wax melt there. Then this little envelope, a little Velcro dot, and just opens up with loads of little tags. Now my idea for this was I wanted to, downstairs we've got this little pouch, and I think we've got a clip-in from Baby of her fur. We've got a long claw from Ruby that fell off and we found it randomly, and then we've got all of Nelly's teeth that we've picked up along the way, and she's still losing teeth, so obviously she tends to lose them downstairs, so we've kept the bag downstairs, and my idea is that will transfer into this, and I'm just going to grab some photos of the girls and put them in, and then just use these cards. I mean, look at that, that's such a lovely card. Just a journal about the girls and little bits and pieces, just little memories, and that's going to be my little girl folio. So that's for that. I am going to edit that slightly as well though. We've got this little pocket here, and it is full of little pieces of ephemera. Obviously your ephemera will differ, but it will be very similar to that. Pop them back in there. We then have a little seed packet, which again has some bits and pieces in that they were in that bag, but I took them out. There we go. So we've got a little playing card here, then a sticker and some die cut butterflies. So they're all included, and there's your little seed packet. We've then got a sheet of A6 brown card. I believe everybody's getting brown card. If not, it might be ivory, natural white or white. Then we have a sheet of decorative paper, a little card, and obviously matching envelope. So let's have a play around and see what we can make with all of these little bits and pieces. So I'll start off with one thing that I do know that I want to do, and that is I just want to take out the pieces of ephemera there. Then I wanted to ink around the outside of this. I just wanted to also as well just give everybody a huge thank you, all of our patrons, subscribers, people who even are not subscribed but still kind of like, comment, watch. You've all been so patient with me this past couple of weeks because obviously I've been doing the garden, and then the weather started to get hotter, and I don't do very well in hot weather. I'm not a heat lover. I don't like to sunbathe, and I just get really stressed out. I think my family are glad for the break when they go to work because they just get really easily stressed. So yeah, it's been quite warm, and I haven't been able to come up into the craft room as much as I would like to, just purely because it's at the front of the house and the afternoon sun just blazes in from about 1 o'clock onwards, and it just gets so hot. And obviously you know that heat rises, so all the heat from downstairs as well just comes flowing upstairs, and I just get too stressed out and I don't enjoy the craft that I'm doing, so I just haven't had a chance to really sit down and craft. I just kind of got everything done that I needed to get done and then ran away very quickly to a cooler room. So yeah, I do apologise, but I have been posting onto Instagram a little bit more, so if you don't already follow me on Instagram, you can follow me there. So if I'm never not posting on YouTube, there should be something over there for you to have a little interaction with. So I thought what I would do is, oh no, that was it actually. I think I was going to use this as the little pocket for the pouch with all of the teeth and the nails and the clip-ins, all of that. I was going to use that as the pocket. So if I just I'm going to fold that purple flap over because I really like the image of the girl, and I kind of wanted this side has got kind of a repeat, and I didn't want to have two of the same, so I'm going to flip it over and have two separate images. So I'm just going to, should I cut that off and then I can maybe use that as decor later, can't I? If I cut that off, because I'm not going to be using it as a like closure or anything like that, so I'll give that a trim and possibly use that to decorate somewhere later on. Just give that a quick ink. And oh, that was a bit wonky. That was a very wonky cut. Another ink. And then that is going to sit on there like so. So we'll just pop our glue onto the back of here. Obviously this is what I chose to do with the pack monthly Happy Mail pack. Is my glue coming out? There we go. Right, okay, yeah. So this is what I chose to do. You could do something completely different. You could use it all individually in your own personal journals or send it out in your own personal Happy Mail. Whatever you feel it is best used for, please go ahead and do it. If you do make something similar to what I've made here, please do share it with me. I love to see all of your creations, and 9 times out of 10 you all do it slightly different, and I'll see one and I'll be like, oh, that's good, that's better than mine, and then I'll see the next one, oh no, that one's better than mine. And they're always better than mine, but I think we all do that, don't we? We always compare and always kind of like put others above ourselves. Really, we should just have the confidence and the belief in ourselves that we are good enough and we make beautiful things. So that is just that, glued onto the front, nothing special. Then I can put the little pouch of teeth and nails and hair and whatever, I can put that in there. I'm going to leave that there. I might even put a little Nelly smudge on there so that I know that it was Nelly that picked it up and tried to eat it. I had to answer the door earlier for Amazon, and I just went and picked up some photos of the girls. I couldn't decide on my absolute favourite. I know that's one of my favourite of Nelly. I don't know why, I just think she looks so cute. It's probably the first time that she actually looked directly at the camera. Every other time she's always looking elsewhere. And then we have Nelly at the beach with little sand on her nose. And then we have my beautiful, beautiful baby girl, Jessie. And these were when she was, this one was when she was really young. She could still see, obviously, and she could still hear. And she was over the park, and we used to let her off the lead, and she used to just play with her ball. That was when she was her most happiest, and you could see she's absolutely soaking, and she did not care an iota. And then this one was just as she got a little bit older. I think she was deaf. No, she was blind, but she wasn't deaf. Yeah, she was just starting to lose her eyesight at this point. Just thought it was a cute photo, so I'll pop that in there as well. And then I've got my beautiful Ruby Bear. Now these are when she was a puppy. If you was to see her now, her grey face, it is so grey in comparison. I cannot believe it. I'm going to have to try and find a recent photo and pop it up so that you can see the absolute change in that beautiful girl's face. But yeah, so all of these are going to be popped into, I think the Nelly photos might be a little bit too big. Oh, Ruby's a little bit too big, so let's trim her down. And let's pop her in. I'm not sure how old she was in this photo, but she wasn't, I'm pretty sure she was like 2 or 3. She wasn't that old. Yeah, so that's perfect. So I'll put Ruby Bear in there, like so, and then I don't really want to hide her face. And then we'll have another one that I think is going to be too, yeah. She looks so mischievous, doesn't she? She looks like she's saying sorry for something that she's done. I'm sure she was, because she was a bit of a nightmare pup as well. The only puppy we've had that was as good as gold was my little baby. I think she chewed a wire, and that was about it. That was the worst that she done. She was an absolute angel. So I'll just pull that up just so I know that that is there. We've got Ruby's beautiful face there. We'll have a little, we used to call her Pickle. And we used to call her Pickle Bum. So we'll have a little Pickle Bum in front of Ruby. Again, I'm not sure how old she was in this one. She must have been maybe about 10. Because I think that's when she started to lose her eyesight, bless her. We'll just pull Ruby out a little bit. There we go. And then we'll just cut this one down as well. We we don't often let, well, we never let our girls off of the lead anymore because there's just too many people over the park that don't understand that not every doggy is friendly. Ruby is so friendly, she is so calm and caring, but she gets very nervous around other dogs, and it can come across as aggression, but it's really not. But she does, kind of, her fur goes up and she starts growling, and we like to keep her away from other dogs because obviously it's not something we want another doggy to have to go through. So I just want to have a little bit of staggering here. Nellie is not going to be seen, but we know she's there, just like so. This one's a little bit more difficult because I don't really want to chop her off anywhere. I suppose I can just chop her there. And that one should be okay. So like I say, I think what I'll do is I'll pop in the little bag, and then on the back of each photo try to journal about where he was, what we was doing. If I know the ones with Nellie, I know where we was for them. Ruby was in the back garden there, she was in the living room there, she's on my daughter's bed. Why can I not get this in? Oh, this is so annoying when this happens. Okay, so, and then we've just got loads of journaling cards, and like I say, I'm just going to journal on the cards about bits and pieces about the girls, things that I remember, things that have made me laugh, and then that is just going to sit in my journal, in my ideas journal, and then we'll have a little pouch in there. I will just attach it with a paper clip to one of my pages. So simple, sweet, love it. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, so what do we have? We've got our seed packet, our card, envelope, and 2 sheets of paper. I'm also just going to pull in some book page, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate the envelope. So I think I'll get rid of these 3, pop them to the side, and then I'll just decorate my envelope cover here. So I was thinking maybe if we use some of the card to decorate this way, and then maybe some book page, I'll just rip along now. I don't know whether to do it on top. It's just, I don't know about anyone else, but this here always annoys me. I don't know why. Just plain and annoying. So do I want to put it over the top like so? Can't really use that side because it's got a rude word on it. So do I put it, oh my goodness, that one's got a rude word as well. I'm thinking maybe like that. So if I just rip that top piece off, I'll rip the rest off later. I just want to get my layout kind of sorted. So what have we got here? I'm going to leave the butterflies out for now and the card. Let's have a look. We've got a couple of plain pieces. Beautiful little sunflower. These are 2 stickers. So that's a sticker and this is a sticker also. That's upside down. Maybe if I just go like so. And we've got this cute little hand stamped and cut postage stamp, and then could we possibly pop our little wax melt on there? I think that looks nice. And then if whatever I put inside, I could write either here or on there as to what it is that is inside. And then I've still got a few bits left to decorate or to play around with on the other bits and pieces. So I'm liking the way that that looks. I'm hoping I can remember that layout. So let's give it a whirl. I do obviously want to ink up everything, so I'll just go grab my ink, start with this little stamp. I don't know, does everybody else, just because I know that there are people out there that don't ink at all, ever, but there are people like me that feel the need to ink absolutely everything, and a project isn't complete until it's been inked. I would love to know people's thought processes behind all of this, because for me it's just not finished. I don't know what it is. No matter what I'm making, it always has to be inked at the edge. It's just, I don't know, it's just, it's like that rule, you know, where you don't put anything down in twos, it's always in threes. I always follow that rule as well. I don't know if anyone else has little crafting rules that they follow. I don't know if I mentioned, but it is a Monday today. I'm not sure if this is going to be posted on a Monday or maybe possibly a Tuesday evening, because I still have to edit the video and everything. But we have had a really hot weekend, and then last night the temperature come down a hell of a lot, and it was really windy. I've got fold-in doors on all my doors upstairs, and the doors were just going crazy, so we all had our doors open last night to stop that from keeping us awake. It was probably the best night's sleep I've had in a few days, because I just can't sleep in the heat. You know, when you don't want to sleep with the cover off of you, but you want to sleep with the cover on you, but you're too hot. So you just can't get it right. And apparently the weather this week is going to start off quite mild, quite cool, like 24, 25, and then by the weekend it's going to shoot back up to about 30. So I am trying to get everything that I need to get done today, hopefully, so that then I don't kind of run out of steam come the end of the week. I'm just going to quickly snip where I would like to cut, and then cut that as straight as I possibly can. And it always makes me laugh, because we complain about the heat and it's like 30 degrees, and in other countries 30 degrees is quite cool and quite relaxing for them, but for us we just can't handle it. I don't know what it is with us Brits, but it's either too hot or it's too cold. There's never just right. I'm not complaining. I do love the summer. It is one of my favourite seasons. Well, it is my favourite season. But I like snippets of winter. I like it when when it's been raining all day and it's dark and dingy, and I can get a cup of tea, put the telly on, get all cosy, close all the windows, close all the blinds, and just sit and relax. I like that, but I don't like being cold. I don't like being hot either. It's annoying, isn't it? So I think I'll pop that one there. Then we'll bring this piece in. I think I'll rip the bottom of that now, because if I try and do it after I've glued it, I won't be able to ink it. So we'll just give it a quick ink, like so. There we go. And making sure my envelope is the right way, and it is. I'm just going to glue these base pieces down just to get me started. I think I need a new glue because it's starting to run out. My youngest daughter went to a festival this weekend, and she is she's type 1 diabetic, She has been for 23 years. She's 20, oh gosh, how old is she? She's 28. I'm sorry, I always think she's like 23. My other daughter, she's still 30. Molly, she's still 23 in my head for some unknown reason. I don't know why. But yeah, she's 28 and she's had type 1 diabetes for 25 years. And she was in the lead up to this festival. She kept checking the weather because everyone kept saying, oh, it's going to be really hot, it's going to be glorious. And everyone's getting all excited about the weather. And poor Molly, she's like, but if it's hot, that means my sugar's going to be all over the place. Or they're going to be low. And then I'm not going to be able to enjoy the festival. And it was a right kerfuffle. And we was really worried about her because it was in Reading, and obviously we're in London, so it's not like I can just jump in the car and go and help her if she does have a hypo or something like that, or ends up not feeling very well. But she went with her best friend, and we trust her best friend very much to look after her, and they're both very responsible. And in the end, because she was debating whether she actually wanted to go or not, because she was so worried about having to do insulin and checking her finger and taking all the food and the drink, that she was kind of ready to say, no, I'm not going to go because it's going to be too hot. But she went, and she had a really, really good time, and her sugars, they behaved themselves for the first time in God knows how long. She was very proud of herself. And she didn't have a hypo, she didn't go too high or anything like that. She maintained a good, solid, healthy level all day. But she came home absolutely exhausted. Luckily for her, the weather wasn't too bad. It kind of clouded over a little bit. And it wasn't as hot as it was down here with us. So she had a lucky escape, I think. Just looking for my inspo photo here. I actually took a photo of this layout that I wanted, so I didn't forget, because I do that quite often. So we'll just pop this one on here, like so. There we go. Yes, so I forgot I wanted to put that underneath, didn't I? Let's just give that a bit of a tap so I can get that underneath there, like so. Yeah, so she had a really, really good weekend. She had so much fun. She's so glad she went. It's not her first festival, but it was her first festival kind of... She's been to London festivals, but not anything where she's had to stay the night somewhere else. Because it was so far. But yeah, they both had a really good time. They're just both exhausted now. Molly's got the day off of work today to recover. My eldest daughter, she was faffing around in her pond nearly all weekend. It's only a small little pond, but she takes great pride in it. We got her a new water feature, because she had like a fountain, and the fountain was spitting the water out so much that we were refilling the pond nearly every day. So she bought herself a new water feature, and we thought it would be enough movement within the pond to keep the water going, and so it wouldn't turn green. But unfortunately it wasn't, and it has turned green. So she's a little bit bummed about that. I've got stickers for these somewhere. I've just popped some glue dots onto the back of that. Yeah, so she was busy buying all sorts of different things for her pond this weekend. She bought an agitator, so that obviously the water keeps moving a lot more than it is, and hopefully doesn't turn green. And she's also bought a cleaning tablet as well for it. and she'll probably be doing that today, later today, because the weather's cool and it's in direct sunlight, this pond, all day. So it's best to do these kind of things whilst the weather is cooler. Yeah, and I think that was about it. I just spent the weekend kind of pottering and helping people out, bits and pieces, nothing too exciting. So there is our decorated envelope. I'm happy with that. I'm not sure what I'm going to put inside of it. I know I'm going to put this card back in. Just a little note. I'm not sure what I want to write in it though. Should we decorate it with these butterflies? Because they're kind of like pink, like for the front, because we've got pink on the front, haven't we? And I think that's not a goldfinch, is it? It's a type of finch. It might be a bullfinch. That the pink goes perfectly. So maybe if we could just pop some butterflies, just randomly. I can't pick that one up. Super random. Yeah, and then I can do some writing. I'm not sure what I want to do in terms of writing on that. I'll have to have a little think, and then if I do come up with something and I write in it, I'll show you it at a later stage. But I do find that I do that quite often. I have these ideas and I'm like, yeah, okay, that's great. What am I going to use it for? And then it kind of just takes a moment and something presents itself, and then I find somehow I can use it. So we'll just put tiny pieces of glue on here. Oh, also, I'm really excited about next month's patron mail. If I just go grab it, because I am super organised this month, and I've already done this month, as in June, I've done June's, and this is July's. And I'm not showing you what's inside. I'm not doing it, but I am so excited for this one. And this is basically whoever signs up to our Patreon this month will receive a little starter pack, which is this. And don't worry if you're already a member, I'm going to send you one of these as well, because you didn't get it when you first signed up. So it's like a little backdated starter pack. So nobody's getting left out, nobody's getting special treatment. I've only got a certain amount of those available though. So if I get more than what I've got available, I'll just make some similar ones. So they won't be exactly the same. But obviously I'll show you everything that you get. And I'll also do a flip through of the monthly journal for our lovely journal a month member. I was so excited to welcome her in, because she's bought quite a few journals from us in the past, and she's always been really happy with them, and she always tags us in her photos of her journaling, and it's always so beautiful. So yeah, I was super happy to have her welcoming in to the Patreon club. So I will find something to journal about, or maybe put some photos in there, and then I will come back and show you if I do that. And then last but not least, the seed packet. So what I thought I could do was, again, I was thinking of taking this top piece off and creating a tag or a pocket of some sort. Yeah, I think so. So let's just, oh, hold on, let me take that top piece off here. Just like so. I'm just trying to decide as well if I want to, I don't know if I can actually, if it'll fit. I wanted to put it into my little tag maker. Oh no, it's too big, way too big, so it won't fit in that. So I'll have to think of something else, I think. Oh, hold on a sec. What about that? That's what we cut off before, wasn't it? I could put that there. And then my little seed packet here. And then that could be the tag, couldn't it? then I could have a little bit of the brown card showing all the way around. Yeah, I like that idea. Right, let's ink up this so it's ready to go. And I'll glue this piece down first, kind of centrally, so that I can get my position in. So we'll just pop this on now. Just like so, straight as I can possibly get it. I think that's as straight as it's going to get. My little Nelly has been a very good girl today. She's laying in her bed just over there on top of the desk. I'm surprised she hasn't run past 20 million times like she usually does. She was really affected by the heat, bless her. She's usually running around the garden like a crazy loon, wanting to play, barking at everything, and she was just sleeping all weekend. She was so quiet. She's a bit of a, she will eat anything in sight, and she did eat something without our knowledge, and she then puked it up a little bit later, so she was a little bit poorly on Saturday. I don't know how we can stop her from from eating. It's all she does, is she just eats off of the floor, whatever she can find, even if it's just a leaf. If it's a leaf or bugs, she loves bugs. She does also love poo as well, and I don't know why. We thought it might be like a nutrients thing, so we've changed her food to what we put Ruby on, and it's got probiotic in it, and it's done wonders for Ruby. It's really helped Ruby, but Nelly, not so much. We thought it might be a miracle cure and she'd stop eating everything in sight. But no, alas, we still have a puppy that eats anything and everything off of the floor. And when we catch her, we shout at her to obviously leave it, and instead of leaving it, she puts it right in her mouth, hides it, she like burrows it away and just surrenders and goes onto her back and shows her belly, thinking if she's cute, we'll forget about the food that she's got in her mouth or the leaf she's got in her mouth. Oh, she loves snails as well. I don't know what her obsession with snails is, but as soon as she finds a snail, you cannot get it off of her. And she doesn't, sometimes they're, you know, like the empty shells. Sometimes she'll have those, but other times she'll have a live snail. And either way, she never crunches the shell or anything. She never eats it. She holds it gently in her mouth. For what reason, I have no idea. She's just weird. Just us to get the weird dog. So I'm just going to cut around, leaving some of the brown card around the edge of this seed packet, and then this, just cut that piece off, that'd be easier. I'm just cutting all the way around, trying to keep a level amount of brown card all the way around, but it doesn't have to be perfect. And there we go. I need to get myself some new crafting scissors. These ones are quite old, and I definitely need a new pair. Okay, so that there is our little tag. Okay, just found my little tool, and essentially, as I possibly can, I'm going to pop a hole. Perfect. And then find some ribbon. So I've just found a nice little purple ribbon here, and I'll just cut off a nice healthy chunk, because I'm not sure if I want to do a bow or if I think actually I just want to keep it quite simple and just do a loop. So I'll put my ribbon through there and then pop that in there like so, and then I'll just cut the tails off because they are a bit long. Should probably be using my fabric scissors, but I actually don't know where they are. I think they're on the other side of the craft room with my sewing machine. Okay, there we go. Lovely. So at the moment I don't have anything to go inside. I do have, this is the only thing that is left from the Patreon mail, and I'll just pop that in there for now, just so it's safe. And yeah, again, I'll just have a little think about what I want to put in there, and if I do end up putting it in there, I will come back and show you. I might put something about my daughter's pond in there, a little photo of the pond, and some information on the front, because she's obsessed with it at the moment. So that's what my life is at the moment. So we have this beautiful tag here. We can also do some journaling on the back if we wanted to, or it can be glued into the journal, whatever you prefer. Let me put my lid back on my ink. We then have our card that we've decorated with the butterflies. I'll journal inside that later. And our decorated envelope, and then our beautiful little folio. This is going to hold the pouch with all of the girls' little mementos, and then inside I shall do all of the journaling that I need to do. Yeah, I really like how that's come out actually. I really like the staggeredness of those photos as well. I think it looks really cool. Yeah, happy with that. Future editing Vicky here. I just wanted to show you that I did actually go back and journal and add little bits and pieces to all of the pieces that we made in today's video. So I'll start with the folio. So I didn't change anything to the front, I just need to put our little memento bag in there. I did write on there that Nelly Bean had been there, just so that everybody knows in the future she was a pain. Then inside is pretty much the same. I've just glued down this tag here so this doesn't move, and just added our little fur babies. Then with this little tag on the back, I've just written all of the, well, our past two doggies. So we had Penny. I haven't got a photo of her here, but I will add that in later. And her nickname, and a name that she actually responded to quite often, was Boobies. Please don't ask me where the name Boobies came from. My eldest daughter randomly said it one day and it just stuck. Yeah, so we had her for 14 glorious years. Then we have our little baby Jessie, and she was also known as Baby/Pickle, and she responded to nearly every single name we gave her. She had many more than just Baby and Pickle. And she was 17, so we got her in 2008. We lost her sadly this year. So just popping that at the front there, just as a little memento. And yeah, and then just added the photos, just put them in a little bit of a different order. You could just see their heads poking out individually. So that's just my little fur baby folio. Very happy with how that turned out. This one isn't complete just yet. I've just written in the pond variety is Roni's, because it's Roni's pond. Date collected I've done as June, because that's when we first installed the pond. Growing notes, lots of love and attention, because that's what she's giving it at the moment. And I'm just going to fill this pocket with photos and anything else that I can find as little mementos for her pond. I don't know why Nelly is crying. She's acting like she can't get over to see me, that she doesn't have enough room to move, but she does. I have got the bean. She's getting a very big girl now, so I don't know if she'll be able to fit in and be seen on camera. You okay now? Yes? Yeah, she's ready to destroy my desk. Okay, enough of the interruptions. So this little card, I just rounded the corners on the edges here and just gave it a quick ink up just to give it a little something. And then inside, oh, actually, I forgot to show you, I journaled on the back of each photo. So I've got Ruby, approximately 2 years old, in the garden at Turpin Avenue. And then this little tag here, I've just stapled it to her photo. Puppy Ruby, back when she ran circles around us, literally. She used to love to hide from us in the bushes and then run out, making me scream, Roni laugh and Jessie bark. Yes, that was when she was a bit of a nightmare. She's a lot calmer these days. And then I think I journaled on the back of this one. Nellie, 4 months old, on her first holiday with the girls, getting ready for her first trip to the beach, Yaxham 2025. The others I haven't journaled on because I'm not 100% sure on the girls' ages, and they were just at home. Apart from that one, obviously, they were just at home, so there's nothing special about them. They're just beautiful photos. So yes, that's all there. Back to this card. So I just in the end I just thought to myself, I don't need to wait for an occasion to journal. This is what journaling is all about. It's just spur of the moment. So I just journaled about today, really, and how I've been feeling. So I got my fingers covered in glue, made a mess and had creative fun, and smiled way too much at doggy pictures. The folio I worked on turned out beautifully. I also made a tag/pocket where I'll fill it with photos and bits from Roni's pond. I've been feeling very positive and inspired this month. Now I just need time to create. I feel like everybody feels like that. I have also been feeling very grateful recently. My little creative corner is growing with nearly 3,000 subscribers. Super happy about that. And the most wonderful Patreon members who show me so much love and support. It honestly means so much to me and makes me happy. It really does make me happy, and I love talking to you all. We have like little chats every now and again. And yeah, that's everything that I've done with this month's little Happy Mail package. Okay, brilliant. That's me done for today. A little crafting session. I hope that if you're a Patreon member, you like your Patreon mail. If you're not a patron, maybe this will tempt you to become a patron, because this is going to be fun. It's a little starter pack basically, and everyone who joins between now and the 20th of July will receive one of these, and all previous Patreon members will receive one of these as well. So super excited about that. Can't wait to film a video over that. I know I said I was going to finish off that 6x6 journal, but I just didn't get round to it over the weekend. But I definitely will try and do that for you during this week at some point. So yes, thanks for watching everybody. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a lovely week. Speak soon. Bye.